Well, sweet dreams are made of cheese, especially with Busy Bee Real Meals.
We've got the queen herself, Miss Brandy, here with us, and I am so excited for this. Where do we even get started?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, there's so much here today. So we're talking a mac and cheese bar, which is perfect for parties. For anything over the summer, graduation parties, Memorial Day, 4th of July, whatever. I like it because it makes everybody happy. And so you can, if you don't have time or you're not a cook, you can totally buy pans of mac and cheese. But why I brought it today is to show that it's just not very scary. Making a sauce from scratch is not scary. And so we start with about a 1/4 cup of butter, just stick butter, and I melted it. And then I put in about a 1/4 cup of flour. And so this goes a little bit quickly, and so you want to stir it all together. It starts to look kind of like a paste.
Yes. Do you need milk?
Yep, it's behind us.
I was going to say,
Right there.
Like, where is it?
Which one do you prefer?
Well, we'll take them both. I use this one first. So I do half and half, and then I also do a 2% milk.
Now, do you just kind of measure with your heart there?
I do. Well, I
Well,
do.
heart nice.
It's about a cup and a half of the half and half and 2.5 cups of the milk. I do measure with my heart because I left my liquid measuring cup at home. So.
No, this is interesting. I was talking to you about that. I make my own mac and cheese also
Yes.
at home. I've never used half and half.
I think you can use any kind of milk. Usually, usually in recipes they'll be specific about which ones to use. But I have found that I have had good results with any kind that I've had on hand.
Amen. There you go.
So yes, we always have half and half for coffee. We always have 2% for the kids. So that's just what I use.
Now, do I need to be grating anything over here, or
So,
we already grated the cheese?
We already grated the cheese. The only thing I'm going to show you is I prefer for mac and cheese to grate it instead of buy it already grated.
Yeah.
Because if you read the package of one that you buy, it has potato starch and tapioca starch and some things like that. And it's not that it's bad, and it's not that it's bad for you. It just makes your sauces gritty because it helps keep it from caking, which is its job when you're, pouring cheese on a taco or something like that.
Yeah, true.
But when it comes to making a sauce, you really just want the cheese. You don't want the extras.
She's like, just keep it simple.
Just keep it
want the
simple.
Always,
Do cheese.
always. So then we add in the milk a little bit at a time, and then you'll let it cook, and we'll see, it'll probably actually do what it needs during break, but it needs to thicken up and warm up enough, just enough to melt the cheese. So we'll see if it gets warm enough. My unofficial way of testing that is to stick my finger in it and see if it's warm.
This isn't scary. You've done a good job.
I love it. Well, it's perfect time. We're going to let this sit and do its thing. We're going to get in a quick commercial break. We'll be back with much more from Busy Bee Real Meals. Stick with us.
Welcome back to the Living Dayton Kitchen. As Grace would say, we're cheesing the day away with Busy Bee Real Meals.
That's right. And Brandy is here now. TV magic here. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Yes.
Some mac and cheese.
Yes.
Now, this looks so good. So what are you doing with this? You're kind of finishing that up.
So this is the sauce, and it just takes a little bit for the milk to warm up enough to melt the cheese. And like we were talking about in the break, I think so, it's important to know that cheese sauce looks weird at every single stage. Like you start and it's just butter and flour and it's cakey and it's a little pasty, and then you add the milk and then it just looks like a runny version. And then once you add the cheese, it starts to just look like cheese floating in milk, but it just takes time. And then once it starts to melt, it will just start to come together.
Well, whisk away. If you
Yes.
need me to whisk, let me know.
Okay.
Because I
All
want to
right.
talk about these toppings.
Yes, so then what you're
Got a
going
whole bar
for
here.
is our end product here.
I'll whisk.
And then,
I'll whisk.
so I made a pan of mac and cheese. I did a basic mac and cheese. This is not gluten-free, it's not dairy-free, it's anything. When we did this for a party though, I made cauliflower mac and cheese for gluten-free people. I bought some dairy-free cheese and sour cream in that for dairy-free. I do think that the dairy-free dairy products, is that a thing? That they're a little sweet, and so I thought you needed to add a little more salt, pepper, some paprika, some to it, or it tasted a little sweet. So what we have here is all kinds of toppings. This will make everybody happy. If your kids are picky and they just want straight up mac and cheese, they can have it. For everyone else.
And I love that you labeled it too.
Yes, this is something, because it took me forever. The first time I did this, I had to explain what everything was 16 times. Now we've got it. So we've got pulled pork barbecue and pickled red onions. We've got taco toppings. You can get as wild as you want, but I think salsa, sour cream, and avocado is
Great duo.
Yes.
enough.
I agree.
You can't skip buffalo chicken. Buffalo
Yes.
chicken with the veggies and blue cheese and ranch is a must. We have an Italian style, so we have marinara, parmesan, and meatballs.
So like all grouped. I
Yes.
see. Okay. I see what you're doing here.
There's a method to the madness.
There's a method to the yes.
I think it's important to do that, or else people will be overwhelmed. I mean, they
Me.
won't know
Yeah.
what they're doing, and they'll put all kinds of crazy stuff, which is fine, but I don't know if that's what they want. And so this way it's a suggestion, but if you have people that want to go off-road and put whatever, there's tons of options. I've seen this with chicken salad. I've seen it with chili. Anytime I make chili, my husband will usually ask me to make mac and cheese to put the chili on top of for
yes.
leftovers. And so there's just so many options.
Now, real quickly, your classes come out Memorial Day week, correct?
Yes.
So stay tuned for that, and we're going to have all that information on your screen for Busy Bee Real Meals. So make sure to stay tuned for those Memorial Day classes. They will be released soon. Brandy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
And still